a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the California Golden Bears, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the RPO, complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though. This guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. On the move, it's Webb. Slithers into space.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air. It's Owens. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. That's caught. It's Keys. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's take a minute and talk about Cal. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And the Golden Bears will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle. fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got his man on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quick release by the QB. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Back to pass, it's Owens. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative.
Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
There's the pressure. He's going to run it. Crosses the 35. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what...
Oh, he's got some strength. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Golden Bears in a Good spot here with second and short. From the gun, he leads it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Illinois came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Champaign had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but it certainly could have been worse. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Owens. The quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Wants to fire on second down. Steps away to find some room. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Motion from the wideout. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. It's caught. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They're going to ride this running back. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Big guy smells it. They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball?
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Golden Bears will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cal!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. To throw, it's Owens. Rushes on him. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And I'll tell you what, these big body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. Usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Good execution. They moved the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Got his man quickly.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Owens. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Looking for a man. It's Owens. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. On the move, he fires. On target to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Golden Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. The short hands, it's Rodgers. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Golden Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Down to 2 minutes to play, we'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. This drive will open from the 15. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Owens. On the run, still looking. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Webb. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Working on the right. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll run it from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. Back open in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. A nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense is headed back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it look.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Tees. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And And the Golden Bears will try to convert on 4th down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target, and as a result, that ball's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. It's Hatchett. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Longhorns are marching down the field. On the ground, it's Webb. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. They're working that left side. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Turning it on. 20. Touchdown, Golden Bears. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in this one in the MAC that just finished up. Kansas had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans there in Lawrence are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man, what a difference.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Cal! And they turn it into a defensive score. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
31, Texas, 17.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Owens. It's complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Still looking on the move. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Golden Bears decide to punt it away.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking for a man. It's Owens. On target over the middle. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They go to the ground. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. And the Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Get set, get set.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Looking to throw, it's Owens. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Coming out with it, it's Rodgers. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Now they'll run the draw. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And the Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Here's the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Owens. He's going to let it go. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Using his feet. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They get to him as he throws. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond.
Makes a grab for a big play. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Owens. Fires to the middle. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
Wants to throw again. Throws to the back. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And on that out route, 3rd down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that we can pick up the first down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver, and as a result, they do get the catch, but it sets up 4th and short.
They'll run play action. Gets rid of it. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark it down at the 28.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Back to throw, it's Owens. A shot toward the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Longhorns!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Cal gets it back, the sturdy punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Golden Bears will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. The give to the single back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action. Got his man out of the backfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Get the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. Back to pass, it's Owens. Makes the grab. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch, in a big moment, when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, they run it right up the middle to try to give their kicker a good angle, and here we go. This is all you can ask for if you're the kicker, an opportunity to go win the game. The ball's right in the middle of the field. You got to go do your job.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Texas.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through. And Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.